Lead.
いつもなら有無を言わせず面倒ごとを持ってくるのに。
Is he going to talk about
あるまじきセリフだな。
what we saw last episode about the favor?
なんでしょうか。
That's how he's presenting it. Not going to mention Lakan. Also, I didn't discuss it last time, but Lakan was the one who brought Gaush in the case, right? Just like this one. Maybe he's testing Mama indirectly.
それになんだか妙に乗り気じゃないか。
そうでしょうか。
Yeah, it's not to deal with poison.
俺が死んだ後はそのうちの誰かが御用達になると言われている。長男には離れの作業小屋、次男には細工の施された家具、三男には金魚鉢。
Ouch.
そして一言、皆昔のように茶会でもするといい。
They're gonna kill each other over inheritance.
社会。随分。
Oh, it's a riddle. Okay.
そのままの意味なのか。
もうさっぱりらしい。
それに片見分けにもかなり格差があります。見ても下の子ほど損をしている気がする。
もし気になるようでしたらこちらが住所です。
気になるなら行ってみればいい。
おや
Again, the same guy.
確かバセンと言ったか。
前もそうだったが、お前はお付きという形だ。
Is he reporting to Lakan?
必要最低限しか。
Is he the nephew slash son who he makes do all his work?
ないのなら別にそれでいい。
It's kind of I mean, what is he inspecting?
バセン様ですね。お話は聞いています。物を集める趣味がありまして。
What is it?
あれが作業小屋ですか。
はい。と言っても、
He's
今は
observing.
大家で作業をしていて、職人たちの茶飲み場になっているんです。
Whoa, what?
今、どうぞ。
Have tea in the shack.
連れてきたよ。
変わった家具の配置だな。
Okay.
確かに普通こんな真ん中に置いたら邪魔だろう。バイクがはめられている。一番上の3列とその下の中央の引き出しに鍵穴ように固定されてる。
おい、それは俺のもんだ。見るのはいいが触るんじゃないぞ。
Okay.
確か次男に片見分けされたものは家具。窓の位置も変わってるな。西洋風で妙に長い窓。せっかく日がたくさん入る作りなのに、外にある大きな栗の木のせいで台無しにされている。
Yeah, it's a whole puzzle piece, the entire place.
何かが置かれていたのか。
本当にわかるんですかね、親父の残したものについて。
それは
Talking to him, not Mama.
話をもっと詳しく聞かせてもらわないと何とも言えない。
俺に残したのはこの小屋だ。
俺にはこのタンスだね。
What about the main house?
僕にはこれです。
高価なガラス製。金魚鉢は木製かせいぜい陶器製だと思っていた。それだと3人の片見分けの品はそれぞれに価値があると言えるだろう。
I'm at my wit's end here.
親父は何を考えてんだか。せっかく形見としてもらっても。
小屋をもらってもタンスを動かせないんじゃ邪魔で仕方ない。
Everyone has one
まったくい
issue.
い迷惑だ。
親父は親父は僕たちに。
お前はいいよな。さっさと金に換えられるものをもらったんだから。
Look at this.
そうだぜ。そんなんでもしば
Look
ら
at
く
this.
食うには困らない金にはなるぞ。
The arrogance.
この関係は随分冷めているみたいだ。
3人とも
I feel like I've heard a folk tale like this
みっともないですよ。ごめんなさいね。
long
い
back.
つからこんな風になってしまっ
Very
たの
similar to
か
the setting.
最後まで心配していたんです。
Kind of wants all of them to learn a lesson
子がいくつになっても気苦労が絶えないんだな。
through all this.
全員わざわざ移動して座ったということは定位置が決まっているんだろう。ちょうどこの時間は窓から光が差しているし、もう少し光が伸びたらタンスに当たりそうだが。
おい、
It should be.
日が当たるのはそんなに長い時間じゃない。
I mean, that is bolted in place, so I see where Mama was going.
分かったのか。
誰かに似ていると思ったらこいつはガウシュに似ているのだな。
それで
鍵がある真ん中の引き出しは開かないんですよね。
中のものも壊れるとか言ってよ。強引に開けるわけにもいかないんだよ。
Such a fairy tale of an
兄弟
episode.
たちにそれぞれ渡された形見の品、小屋、タンス、金魚
Like
鉢。
you read about this in fables.
小屋には固定されたタンス。もしかして
私は金魚を入れてここに置いていたんです。寒くなると死んでしまうので、冬場は茶会をする暖かい昼間だけ。
おいお前、
ちょっと水をもらいに行ってきます。
また勝手に動きやがって。
It's like I can almost understand, but at the same time, it's just beyond my capability to figure out.
そうです。ちょう
But
ど
there's
これ
enough
から
clues
こちらに向く
as I'm watching the show. That's what I really like about this.
やっぱり
Yeah,
おい、なんだこれ。
yeah. I had an inkling. It's a laser.
すみません。目に入ると失明してしまいます。あと
Glass
邪魔なので離れてください。鍵が開きません
It's like a
よ。
magnifying glass. Ah, melting with wax.
この引き出しを開けてください。
Such an elaborate
だから
puzzle.
入らないって言ってるだろうが。
どうぞ。
Yeah, now it fits.
どういうことだ。
普通などを繰り返していませんでしたか。
はい。
よく知りませんが、ここではハンダも使っているのでしょうか。
ええ、使ってます。
どういうことだ。
鍵の鋳型ですね。型から抜いてもよろしいでしょうか。
おい、
まだ少し温かい熱で溶けて、その下の型に流れて固まったのだろう。
Whoa. That is so cool.
おい、来たぞ。
中身は
言われていたものと同じみたいだ。
さあ、何がみんな仲良くだよ。
おそらく死んだ父親の意図を理解できたのは末っ子だけだろう。ハンダは数種類の金属を混ぜ合わせることで、本来個々で溶ける温度より低い温度で溶けるという、それだけ溶ける温度
Yeah,
が低いと
yeah,
いう
yeah. I was
こ
gonna
と。
say that.
大きさが違う引き出しは配合の比率に関係しているのかもしれないが、
Oh.
これ以上口を出す必要はない。
何が遺言だ。行くぞ。
親父に期待して損したぜ。
待ってよ、兄さん。僕たち兄弟に仲良くしてほしくて遺言を残した。
Wow, that's such a cool message on so many levels.
これからも
So you have to mix three metals. It's like you have to mix all three of you working together. And he got the message.
一緒に。
Oh, here comes the truth about their perceptions.
そんなことない。親父は兄さんたちのことを信頼していた。冷静で細かな作業も正確にこなす。ミスがないから何だって任せられるって。誰とでも打ち解けられるのは兄さんの誇れる才能だって。
Him being friendly with anyone.
親父は僕たち兄弟のことを同じように見ていた。
父親。まあ、私には関係ないことだ。
ありがとうございました。
So I'm not gonna tell
だ
them.
けど、これだけは伝えておこう。
おい、
花町の六章館という棚にルオメンというクス師がいます。医術の腕も確かなので、何か体調が悪いようであれば訪ねてみてくだ
Nice,
さい。
nice.
はい。
Very considerate, Mama. I believe that's the second person whom she told. The first one was the soldier, right?
先日はどうも。
This is a very
な
interesting.
かなか面白いことになったよ。やはりあの三兄弟、一番できるのは末の息子だったよう
He's
です、
just
ね。
appraising Mama.
軍師殿には分かっていたのだろう。
Yeah.
県で職人から足を洗うことにしたそうです。
それは
何？それぞれ別の方面から家業を支えることにしたそうです。 まあ要するに適材適所に落ち着いたということですな。
Loves drinking that, and the show loves
屋敷で
focusing
何
on
があっ
that.
た
作った細工は素晴らしかった。あれは単なる金具でしたが、最後にあの細工を使うと映えるでしょうな。
なぜ軍師殿がそんな職に。
いや何、埋もれた才能をそのままにしておくのはもったいないと思いまして、才能があるなら目をかけてやるべきだろうとね。
一理ある。ラカンはうさんくさい男だが、人の才能を見抜く目は確かだ。その采配によって現在の地位に上り詰めたと言ってもいい。
前の話と言いますと、
How you poisoned,
以前聞いた妓女の
well,
話です。
lowered the value of the courtesan.
妓女の希少価値を下げる方法ですか。その世界を知る者に聞いた方が早い。いやはや、もう時間ですね。これは部屋付きの女官たちにでもあげてくだされ。では、また明日。
What the hell is this guy's deal? I'm in the same
ジン
camp.
様お疲れのところ恐縮ですが、
お呼びでしょうか。
お前は化粧に詳しいか？
はあ、まあ一通りは。
ならば俺に化粧をしてくれないか？
Okay.
はい。
You know why I get so frustrated sometimes in a good way with this show and why it makes me feel like an idiot? Because it presents all the clues in real time as we get to know along with Mao Mao. And everyone is saying everything, nothing is being hidden, like, you know, with Sherlock Holmes kind of stories where he just conjures the answer out of thin air with the most insane logic out there. It's not the case here. You can figure things out as the story is giving you the clues, but it's just a bit out of reach for me to figure it out, and then I have to rely on Mama to please dumb it down and explain it to me. In the same way, Lakan's lines at the end and whatever he's saying to Jinshi is frustrating me in the same way that Jinshi is being frustrated. Like, what are you trying to say? What am I supposed to understand from all that? Like, what is your mindset? I do not get it. But yeah, this was again an amazing episode. This one I feel like, because I think I have heard a similar fable, the kind that was presented in this episode. It really mesmerized me in a different way. The way, like, the whole shack, right? The way it was like this one big puzzle piece, the kind you see in video games. That was very cool. That was so cool. And the way Mama figured it out, like the clues were there, and because the guy deliberately left it to his three sons to figure it out, who obviously, if they would come together, they might have been able to figure it out, but they needed Mama to help them. But yeah, just from the letter, like, it all adds up, all the small details. It's very well written. It all adds up thematically and logically. Obviously, the three to work together to solve it. Just like if they had brought all the objects together, the shack, the element of the shack being that small window slit, and the way the furniture is arranged, and that chest for the second son and the bowl for the third son, it all has to come together. And it's not just something contrived, because it made sense, right? Like, that lock, he knows that lock should open from this by this key, but it's not opening. But he did not inspect it. If he was good at his job, or maybe if the third son had gotten the chest, he would have understood that there is some soldering that has happened. Fine craftsmanship, but there's some soldering that's happened around the circle, in a circle of the key, and it has been tampered with. That's why the key is not opening. But again, that specific combination of those three metals, lead, tin, and the third one, whatever that ore is, it creates a metal that has a very low melting point. And I think that is what Lacan is also referring. Those fine, ornate metal works for which you need that low melting point to create those very intricate designs. Maybe that's why this craftsman was very famous, and that's the secret to his metalwork techniques, right? That the combination of three metals, which was beautifully tied together with all these three people working together in their own respective ways, because it's three different metals, right? With the third one being the unknown one, which refers to the third sun, obviously. But these three different metals add their own certain properties as to, and that's why the end result works so well. In a similar fashion, at the end of the episode, they all understand their unique skill sets so as to help the overall business, rather than all three of them vying for the same uh, the craftsmanship. And that's what the dad understood, right? Like, they all three of them don't have the same strengths and attributes. So that's the kind of lesson he was teaching them, multiple lessons while at the same time. It's so amazing. It's really intelligent. He's teaching them both of these lessons while at the same time they have to come together to solve this puzzle, which also leads to the whole secret of the technique. Very efficient. Very efficient lesson. um I really love this. This is one of my favorite episodes from this show. So many episodes, so many amazing episodes from the second arc. And also, like, so many small details that go into these events that make them, these situations that make them feel a lot more real, rather than it being very convoluted and fabricated. Because the seating positions, how they used to sit for the tea party, and they had a goldfish bowl, so they would keep it where the sun was there, and all these small details the dad took into consideration, and obviously the author took into consideration to make this puzzle piece feel real, and not something, you know how some puzzle pieces in video games are so unbelievable, like, who came up with this, right? This is nonsense. But this was very uh, something that was derived from the real life, as in the habits and activities, the situations that this family used to go through. So he drew from those elements to make this puzzle piece. That's what I really like. So yeah, pretty cool. Again, this comment about Gaussian, I don't know what to do with it. I think that's the comedic statement. I'm pretty sure this is Lakan's nephew, who was observing Mama and reporting back to him. We'll come to that later. But yeah, also Mama gets to understand what all these three, the characteristics, their nature, their personalities. That even though the third one just got a fish bowl, he's still very cheery. He's humble compared to the other two, who got much better items, I mean properties, but with a caveat. And this still, you know, kind of wine that at least you have something of value, which is very telling of their personalities. But good to know that they all came together. And this was so cool. Oh my god, this was so amazing. That the metal melts and there is a mold, right? That forms the key for the the first line of drawers. Oh, it's so good. It's such a good puzzle. I love it because it's thematically tied to the whole craftsmanship of the metal worker, right? It's not just a random puzzle. It's good on so many levels, and it's the same metal that was kept at the entrance, and nobody really gave it much thought, except for the younger brother. And even the drawers, right? The proportions of the drawers. That's how you have to the size of the drawers. That's the proportion you have to mix these. Ah, the dad really, the the metal worker. I don't know what the official position would be, but he was a genius. Like, God damn, no wonder he was famous. But I don't know if they will understand that or not. Probably the son figured it out, the younger son. And I like how Mamo kept quiet about it because it's up to them to understand it. Because it's not, the point is not to solve the puzzle, just to for them to all come together. So I like that detail. But yeah, let's come back to Lakan and the hell is his problem here. Like he knew all this, but he just wanted to test Mama. And then there's this very interesting panel, this shot of how talents must always be shown recognition. Whoever is talented. Again, this statement about a ritual utensil, I have no idea what that is about, and it's kind of directed at Jinshi. Which yeah, this he doesn't want to keep good talent buried, and he kind of frames it to Gaoshin. I don't know what that is referring to. I mean, if I wanted to throw out a theory there, it's like he's also looking appraising Gaoshin, and we see in the previous episode he approaches Gaoshin with a problem statement. That's criminal case of the puffer fish, and then Gaoshin is also pretty intelligent and diligent at his work. I don't know, or maybe Gaoshin also has those issues with Jinshi. Maybe that he's never, uh, he doesn't get the praise and recognition that maybe he thinks he deserves. It's a stretch. I think Gaoshin is pretty loyal to Jinshi, but it will be a pretty big twist if Gaoshin has nefarious purposes. purposes. Yeah, Lakan is shady, but uh, if he sees someone talented, he will give them respect. But the opposite is also true. He kind of sees people as, I don't know, chess pieces. How he can use them, means to an end. I don't know. And then this line about how he just evades that question, which I don't know what he's trying to get at. Kind of takes Jinshi for a surprise. He just speaks in round circles. Well, we'll see him tomorrow in another episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.